So we have a very exciting schedule tomorrow. First of all, when it comes to mincha, lighting the candles and mincha. So there's a Birkei Yosef that says that it's proper to first daven mincha early, Erev Shabbos, and then to do the menorah lighting at home. And the reason is because in the Beis HaMikdash, that's what it was done. And if we're trying to relive every day when we daven mincha or shachas, we're trying to relive bringing the Korban Tamid. And here we have the menorah. So the lighting of the menorah comes after the second Korban Tamid of the afternoon. So that would be the proper order. However, there are those that first will dispute that. Number two, the Gemara itself says in Masechah Shabbos that if you have a choice between Shalom Bayis and the Ner Chanukah, Shalom Bayis comes first, which tells us right away that if your wife is going to be a little bit more anxious, or you're going to be more anxious, because you're going to have to schedule in the mincha, that absolutely is improper. And it's better to light the candles at home, the menucha, and then daven mincha at home in the shul, like there are other opinions anyway that hold that way. Similar shaila when it comes to Motzei Shabbos, which was a big controversy last Motzei Shabbos, and again it comes at this Motzei Shabbos. What comes first? Do you light the menorah when you come home, or do you do Havdalah first? So the Ramah paskins that you do the menorah first. Why you want to extend Shabbos more? And the Taz, Beis Yosef already quotes this concept, says, what do you mean? It's against, really, a Gemara, it's against halacha, that Tadeh v'shen l'Tadeh Tadeh Kodim, which means something that is usually frequent, comes first. Now, it's interesting. This is a Machlokes Ramah, it ends up being a Machlokes Ramah and the Taz. And if you don't have any minhag, the Pri Megadim already says, whatever you do, you're good. So there's absolutely no argument that should come from this. But moreover, if you're Hasidic, more noted to Chasidus, so the Ma'or Hashem says already that Api Kabbalah, they decided like the Taz. So the Talmidei Baal Shem Tov, if you are Hasidic inclinations, then you should do Havdalah first, and then you should do menorah lighting. I find that in general, people are a little bit mavulba, get a little bit mixed up. And again, certainly, if the wife wants Havdalah first because she needs to drink her coffee or whatever it is, 100% that comes first. If the kids are kvetching, you do Havdalah first anyway because of Shalom Bayis. So Shalom Bayis wins both cases here. I found it fascinating. Yesterday, I saw the clip from Bibi Netanyahu. So I always love when, Baruch Hashem, someone that is certainly connected to religion and is representing Klal Yisrael. It's interesting, on the podium had the menorah. If you ever see Medinas Yisrael and the menorah underneath. But what made me even more proud is when I saw another clip that they had actually on Matzav.com of Menachem Begin. Menachem Begin, I don't know why it should be a requirement of every prime minister and any president of Eretz Yisrael is to watch this and see what it meant that a Yid that saw, he describes death. He was in the Machteret, he was in the Etzel. Etzel was the underground that was fighting the British. And Menachem Begin, when he spoke, he speaks so clearly and so earnest, and he says, what do you mean? I saw death. He's speaking actually to the German Chancellor. But then there's another fascinating clip that's Kedai very much to see. Menachem Begin, when he went to meet President Carter, it was 1977, he stopped first by the Lubavitcher Rebbe. And it's fascinating. You can watch the whole thing. And he goes and he says, and he explains to the Lubavitcher Rebbe, I didn't come here for the fate of the Jewish people. Because the Jewish people are eternal. This is how Prime Minister speaks. The Jewish people are eternal. There's no such thing. It's not, of course we're going to live. I came for a bracha. I came from a bracha, from someone that we respect so much. What a schut the Rebbe had. That he had such a respect in Eretz Yisrael that they felt that you can't go to meet up with the President Carter and still he gets a bracha from the Rebbe. That's an incredible lesson to learn, and we should be zeicher that we're always walking around with Yiras Shamayim, that the fate of the Jewish people is eternal. And it's a blessing that we need, the shtadus that we need, but the Rebbe Shem is watching over us.